So yeah, I mean, first week back in camp, I know you missed all spring and stuff. So just getting back on the field and everything, what's that been like for you?
Get back like I never left. Not gonna lie, the training staff and the PT guys has worked hard for me, and I appreciate all that they've done for me. Not only in the weight room, but also like getting better on my shoulders and everything. So they've done a really good job with my shoulders, and now I'm back like I never left.
It was shoulder surgery for one or both?
It was both.
Both.
It was both.
Gotcha. So what was I mean, that's got to be difficult. What's the recovery process like for that?
The first shoulder was kind of surprising me. I gotta follow through the rules, but the second shoulder, I kind of got it. So I was like, whatever. But the process has been nothing but grind. Every day I've been there at 5 o'clock trying to do some workout before we do rehab, and then after rehab, and then we got meetings and stuff, and then I don't really have much to do because they're doing drills and all, but I'm lifting. So I try to get as much work in as I can. They may get on my butt for working out, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
What's that give and take like during the rehab process, wanting to be out there, but also knowing, hey, let's make sure this is fully ready for when everything actually matters when the season starts?
Oh yeah. You talk about
when you're rehabbing, just knowing like mentally you wanting to be out there and being part of it, but also knowing that take the time, make sure everything's right. Just the give and take mentally of wanting to be out there, but knowing, hey, sitting back, leaning back is the right approach to go with.
I feel like my mentality was like I need to be on the field as quick as possible, as soon as possible as I can. So what I do is like I try to do as much to catch up with, because they're grinding every day, and me sitting on my butt makes me feel like I'm lazy. So I try my best to match up to whatever they're doing and try to, get it back on the field with not that big of a gap, because they're grinding, they're getting better, and I'm not. So that was my whole mentality during this whole rehab thing.
Coach Mirabal said just a minute ago, I guess, that you were at left guard today with Matt and Ryan. Do you feel as comfortable at left guard as you would at tackle?
Oh yeah. With him putting me in all spot, I learned a lot about this offense. I was playing right tackle. They put me at left guard, sometimes at right guard, and then they put me at center. So it's really amazing to be able to work all positions, because NFL look at that as valuable, being able to play all around, because you don't get drafted by one spot. This O-line is an O-line group, so me being able to transition to everything makes me learn a lot. And I'm thankful for Coach for doing that.
What were some of the biggest things you learned, starting as a freshman from day one, going through a season? I know there's some bumps in the road and stuff like that. Just what were some of the biggest things you learned?
The biggest thing I learned is you either eat or get eaten. This Akeem Mesidor, Ruben Bain, Elijah Alston, and all these great DNs. I mean, they come to hunt, and it's either I match their energy or I don't. And that's what goes on in practice every day. And I'm really, really excited for this team about that. Because they're headhunters, and I'm the protector of my quarterback. So I'm pretty excited for this team, I ain't gonna lie.
How much have you and Cam Ward kind of bonded since he got here?
He feeds us down a week, after a week. On the weekends, he'll text us, oh, where do you guys want to go eat? Well, for me, I didn't want to go because I want to maintain my weight, and I want to keep down low. And I'm so thankful for him for doing that. I mean, since I've been playing football, none of my quarterbacks did that for me, for us. And so I'm thankful for that. And that bond has continued out to this game. I mean, he's out there motivating us. We out there trying to, protect him as much as possible. And that goes forth. Creates a lot of chemistry.
It's just the offensive line depth overall, just your thoughts on the group you guys have and what you guys can accomplish.
Oh yeah. Our O-line is phenomenal right now. I mean, there's guys on the team that can play, like I said, play all positions. So it's really much next one up. It's not really this left guard down, so we need to find another left guard. Left guard down, there's a lot of guys that knows how to play left guard, and that's how the depth row goes. And as much as I know, this team plays this offensive line unit is much closer than anything, and they're playing their butts off.
And how excited are you to have one more year to play with your brother?
As much as I think I have one more year with him, I try to enjoy it as much with him. out there on the field today, we was kind of going at it, trying to screaming at each other. But you know, I really appreciate what he does for me. I mean, making me settled into this place, and you know, played a big role as a big brother, not only on the field but off the field.
Notwithstanding the offensive line, the Coach Dawson said yesterday like the offense wasn't really clicking well the first week and a half of practices. You know, do you sense that, and it's something pretty easy to fix? Like it's just those first week and a half of just getting some practice under your belt type things.
What I like to say is control what we can control. On the offensive line unit, we can control what we can control, and if receivers whatsoever miss the ball, I mean that's on them. But as an offensive line unit, we control what we can control, and I feel like they feed off of that. And if we run the ball, and if we have to run the ball all day long, I mean we're gonna have to. But just control it.
And with Zach at center, I mean, like last year, your first year here, you had Matt Lee, who was very boisterous and loud, and Zach, when we talked to him, is a little quieter. So just what's that communication been like? How does he kind of lead things when he's on the line?
He was quiet at first, but then as days goes on, he kind of get more comfortable, and then he speaks out, and he's being a leader right now. He's been talking us to what we did, what we got, what we're doing, and why we're doing it. He's taught us, like he's been telling us on and off the field, like why we do this, how we do this, and I feel like he's going to be a great leader going into this season.
So yeah, through the first week of camp, just what are the vibes been like? What's the kind of like the mood around the team?
It's been great vibes, great competition. I think that's the best thing from the spring to now. I think we look more physical as far as offense and defense going against each other. And everybody's just competing at a high level right now. I like the back and forthness. So I feel like defense will win today, offense will win today. So that's always great for the team.
What's it been like working with Misha at safety?
It's been a great experience working with Misha. He's got a lot of experience, played in a lot of games. Kind of like that big brother vibe still. So it's just a great experience to go out there and play with him and learn from him.
Coach Gidry was saying you guys are getting a lot of interceptions. That was something I think that you guys really focused on. What's maybe clicked in place just in the early part of the training camp here that's sort of had you guys really be able to get after the ball a little bit?
Everybody's just doing their job. I mean, this defense, when you do your job, the plays don't come to you. So you don't have to go out there and do anything extra. Just do your job. The plays will come to you.
Coach Gidry mentioned you as a starter, the word he used when he described you yesterday. You haven't really had that many chances. I mean, you did get a couple of games you played a lot in last year, but how much do you welcome having that burden on your shoulder, the Cam Kitchens, James Williams, you're the next guy type of thing?
I won't really call it a burden. I just feel like as a group, we all just getting better. I would say that I've taken a step forward as far as being a leader in the spring. And in the summertime, just trying to lead these guys with my experience, talk about the young guys. So I just focus on leading the group as best as I can and putting on my best days forward to lead the group by example.
And how much did you learn? I remember a quote from you when I was talking to you last year about Cam Kitchens, about how good of a leader he was. How much of that did you learn from him?
Oh man, I learned a lot. I learned so much from him, from James Williams. Just learning from those guys, it just helped me grow as a man more than as a player. So I'm really blessed to have those guys in my circle. I mean, we still talk every day. So.
And this would have been your first impressions. I mean, Saquon was here in the spring, but guys like Dylan Day, Isaiah Thomas, and Isaiah Taylor.
Dylan Day looking really good this camp. I think his confidence is growing a lot. Saquon looking really good. I mean, us as a group right now, man, I'm just proud of the way the group is coming together. We all just kind of coming together like family. That started in the summer, so it's just good to see all kind of transpire on the camp.
And just like you mentioned with the importance of just knowing that there is a lot of turnover for you guys to be able to click as quickly as you did. Just the value of that, knowing that about 3 weeks till the season for a whole new group. Just the fact that there was a lot of turnover in the secondary specifically, the importance of, like you said, that you guys were able to click instantly and start building that chemistry as early as you did, just the importance of that going into the season.
Yeah, it's very important that y'all are all together, y'all all are one, and everybody's just family, man. It's just a family environment where you can come and talk and, like, you know what I'm saying, real be be very like open to your guys. So that's the type of environment that we try to build here. That's the type of environment that Cam and James left. So we're just trying to keep that same standard and that same family environment for the safety, for the DB room in general.
I apologize. Last year for you, the Bethune game, the Temple game, the role that you had in those games, is there anything that you can, I know it was a while ago, but anything you can kind of take forward into this season, having that large role, is there anything you can learn? Or?
I would just say the same thing that I tried to do in those 2 games, which is just do my job and do my job as best as I can, communicate, and talk, run, and hit. The only thing that I'm trying to think about when I'm on the field. So I'll say taking those same things to the season.
I don't know if how much you've gone against Sam Brown in practice, but just what have you seen from him if you have gone against him or just from watching him?
Watching him, man, that whole group has been electrifying. All the receivers, they all just look explosive. I think they all look better than the screen. Yeah, man, him, X, JG, JoJo, Sam Brown, like you said, Elijah, both of the tight ends, they all just look explosive, man. So I'm just happy to see that happen, to go against that every day.